Good morning, students. Welcome back in your SS class. Student, we have started the first chapter of geography, that is resource and development, and this would be the part 4. Right, students? So in the previous video lecture, we have studied about land as a natural resource. Now from this video lecture, we will start soils. Right, students? Student, you have already studied about soils in the previous classes also. Means in the 8th and 7th standard, you have already studied about it. So if we think about soil, it is the uppermost, you can say topmost layer of the earth surface. It is called soil. Hence, we can say that the uppermost layer of the earth surface, you can say that is considered the soil. These are some loose materials consisting, you can say, organic and inorganic particles and substances. Means they are having some organic and some inorganic material in it. Right, students? Student, there are some soils which are most fertile, and there are some soils which are, you can say, has a poor quality as a cultivation, and you can say poor quality of fertility also. So dear student, the soil which has the humus content, that soil is considered the fertile soil, and which has lack of humus, you can say that soil is, you can say, poor in, you can say poor fertility, right? So if we think about soil, it has humus, which determine the fertility of that particular soil. So humus, it is a dark colored stable form of organic matter that remains after the most of the plants and animals residues have decomposed. Means जब plant और animals की जो remains होते हैं ना, जब वो एक तरीके से किसी न किसी तरीके से आप कह सकते हो decompose हो जाते हैं, उस वक्त जो डार्क कलर का एक स्टेबल ऑर्गेनिक मैटर उसके अंदर मिलता है, that is called humus, and the fertility of soil, it is totally depend on this humus. Right, friends? Now, dear student, if you think about this fertile soil, this support agriculture, and we have do a lot of agriculture items in this type of soil, right? Like you can say wheat, rice, pulses, fruits, vegetable, etc. These all are obtained from the from this soil also, and this soil also, right, friends? And we can say one thing also, that soil, it also provides food, clothes, and shelters. And these are the basic necessity of a person, and you can say common basic necessity of a person. So that's why we totally depend on soil for our to fulfill our basic needs. Right, friends? So we have to study soil in a very careful manner, because it is very helpful, and you can say it is very important topic in 10th standard of this chapter also. Right, friends? First of all, we will discuss about what are the factors which determines the soil formation. First of all, we have to discuss it, because in all over the part of the world, we have different type of soil. And these soils, it depend on the just only the formation factors. Whatever the factors which determine the which it has formed, that you can say color, texture, and you can say that the fertility, all things depend on these factors, right? So first of all, we will discuss about what are the factors of the soil formation. The first factor, it is relief. It means the landforms, right, friends? So altitude and slope area, that determines the accumulation of soil. Means if you have a high slope and steep slope, the soil is not formulate there and soil is not accumulate there. Due to the different agents like running water and human activities, the part of that soil, it is, you can say that move from another place. So the altitude and the slope, it determines the accumulation of the soil also. If you have plain area, lower hills area, then the soil is accumulated in a proper manner. But if you have steep slope area, the soil is not there. Right, it is moved from one place to another by the different you can say agents also, right? Second thing, parent rock. Now parent rock, these are those rocks from the soil has been formed, and this parent rock determines the color, texture, chemical properties, physical properties, and the mineral contents in it. This is parent rock. So we must be careful regarding this thing. I'll give you one example here that the soil which is formed from the igneous rock, that is called black soil always. Right, students? So that's why I have said you that the parent rock, it determines color, texture, chemical properties, physical properties, and the mineral content in a particular soil. So parent rock, these are most important thing. Next one is the climatic condition. This climatic condition having rainfall and temperature, and these two important factors, these influence the rate of humus content and the weathering process. Weathering process, it means the breaking down of the soil. This is called weathering. The breaking down of the soil, of the rocks, it is called weathering. So rainfall and temperature, these two important factors of the climate, or you can say element of the climates, and these two factors influence the rate of humus, what type of humus and how much humus is there, and weathering process also. Right, friends? Next important factor, that is time, and this time determines the thickness of the soil profile. In the 7th standard, you have studied about the soil profile also. So the thickness of the soil profile, it determines only the time. With the passage of time, the thickness, it is going to increase. And if you have less time, then the layer of the soil, it is not so much thick, right? And the last important factor, that is organism, because it affects the rate of the humus formation and humus content. So these are most important things. Right, these are the microorganism, and you can say some part of the vegetations. These always affect the rate of humus formation in that particular soil. So my dear student, these are the important factors which determines the soil formation. The first one is relief features. It is having the element of altitude and slopes, which determines the accumulation of the soil. Right, students? Second one is parent rock, which determines the color, texture, chemical and physical property, and the mineral contents. And the next one is the climatic conditions, which have two elements. Which has two elements. One is rainfall, the second one is temperature, and these both determines, and you can say influence the rate of humus also, and the weathering also. Weathering, it means that the breaking of the rocks also, right? Time, it determines the thickness of the soil profile, and the organism, this affect the humus formation. So these are the important factors which affect the soil formation, and you can say which is helpful for the soil formation. Right, friends? Now, hope so this thing is clear to all of you. Now let's start soil profile. This concept is not in your chapter also, but we have to take care of about it. Now, if we think about soil profile, it refers to the different layer of the soil. It refers the different soil layer of the soils. So my dear student, first of all, we have surface layer. You can see it. This is the picture of soil profile, and it is divided into different categories. The upper part of the soil, it is called O surface layer. You can say that the topmost layer of the earth surface, right? Then it has the A horizon, that is considered topsoil, and humus mixed with small particles of the minerals also. And this part, it creates the fertility of the things. And the O layer, and you can say surface layer, it is having, you can say that where we grow the vegetables and all other things also, right? B, it is considered the subsoil, humus mixed with small particles of the minerals also here also. So A and B, these are most important factors. These are most important layers, because in A and B, it is having the humus content. A layer having rich humus content, but B horizon, it is having poor humus content, right? Now C is the weathered rock, means it determines the minerals with very little humus. यहाँ पर आपको क्या मिलेंगे, इसके अंदर minerals मिलेंगे that is having very little humus also, right? And the last one is the R. It is, you can say that bed rock and parent rock, and this rock having the minerals and other things also. So this is the soil profile, and you can say these are the different layers of the soil profile also, right, students? So this is not in your class also, but we must have aware about this thing also, right? Now let's discuss about the classification of the soil. This is the most important thing which we have to study. Classification of the soil. So dear student, based on the color, texture, fertility, and mineral content. We classified our soil into different, you can say part, and you can say different types and different kinds. So based on the color, texture, and fertility, and you can say mineral content, we classify broadly our soil into 6 parts, right? The first one is alluvial soil. Second one is black soil. Third one is red and yellow soil. Fourth one is laterite soil. Fifth one is arid soil, and the last one is the forest soil. We have classified this soil into these 6 parts, and these are based on color, texture, fertility, and you can say mineral content also. Right, students? So, student, do you know where you are living and which kind of soil is found in your areas? Do you know about it? So we will discuss it in the query section, right? So dear student, first of all, let's discuss about the features of the alluvial soil. So let's take a look about alluvial soil. We just only concentrate in India only. So on the basis of India, we will discuss all all the feature of the alluvial, all the feature of different soils also, right? If we think about in India, it is the most important and you can say most fertile type of soil which is found in India. And from the total land mass area, 40% area it is covered by the alluvial soil. Right, students? Near about 40% of India's total land mass, it is covered with the alluvial soil. Right, friends? And this soil, it is formed by the deposition of the sediments brought down by the rivers. Means this is helpful only main 3 rivers. The alluvial soil which is found in India, mainly 3 rivers play an important role, but there are many other rivers also, but mainly 3 rivers play an important role, and these are Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra, and their tributaries. So if you think about this soil, it is formed by the deposition of the sediments brought down by the rivers. Means river mountain से आती है और अपने साथ sediment लेके आती हैं और वो lower level पर उसे sediment को आप कह सकते हो deposit कर देती हैं. The soil is formed in this way. In India, this soil is mostly found in the northern plain in India. It means we can see that Haryana, Punjab, and Uttar Pradesh, right, students? So this soil is found mainly in this northern plain in India. And there are many other places like the deltas of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. So we can see that the eastern Ghat area, and you can see the eastern coastal area, means the side of the Bay of Bengal. This type of soil is also found also. Right, friends? The fine particles of the sand, silt, and clay, they are called alluvium. And these are brought by the different rivers and they are deposited in these lower hills. Right, friends? So, my dear student, on the basis of age, we divide this alluvial soil into 2 parts. On the basis of age, we divide this soil into 2 parts. The first one is Bangar and the second one is Khadar. The first one is Bangar and the second one is Khadar. The old alluvial soil, it is called Bangar soil, and the new alluvial soil, it is called Khadar soil. Old alluvial soil is less fertile than the new alluvial soil because it has fine particles. Right, friends? So on the basis of age, we classify the alluvial soil into 2 parts. The first one is Bangar, which is considered the old alluvial soil, and the second one is new alluvial soil, that is called Khadar. Old alluvial soil is less fertile than the Khadar, and you can say new alluvial soil. Right, friends? Student, if we think about alluvial soil, it is totally fertile soil because it has potash, phosphoric acid, and lime also. That's why it's support agriculture in our country. Our totally agriculture, you can say that it is totally depend on this soil also. In the northern plain of India, we have different kinds of the crops which we grow in this soil, like sugarcane, paddy, rice, wheat, etc. These are the different examples of the, you can say, agriculture product which are grown in that particular soil. Right, friends? And my dear student, the regions where alluvial soil is spread, the soil is intensively cultivated. That's why it is densely populated also. So the density of population in this area, it is very high, right? So this is the alluvial soil. This is the alluvial soil, students. Okay. Now this is the part of India. You must know about it. Where is the alluvial soil? Now student, you can see this thing. This is the northern part of India. It has alluvial soil also. And you can say that, also that this is the coastal area. This is the Eastern Ghat coastal area where different, you can say rivers found, makes delta there. So that's why these areas having the alluvial soil also, right? Hope so this thing is clear. Now, next one is the black soil. Next one is the black soil. This is the most important soil also. This is the most important soil also. So dear student, if we think about black soil, this soil has another name also, that is called Reger soil, and you can say the black cotton soil also. And this is the 1 mark important question for you also, because we have a lot of time this question also come that what is the another name of black soil and which soil is considered the Reger soil also. So you must know about it. The another name of the black soil, it is Reger soil. Dear student, this soil has been formed from the igneous rock. From the igneous rock. So this soil, it is formed due to the weathering condition of the igneous rock. Weathering, I have already told you, the breaking down of the soil, the breaking down of the rocks also. So that's why the breaking down of the igneous rock in this soil has been formed. In India, this soil is mostly found in the Deccan Plateau. It means that Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh. These are the major areas where this type of soil is found, right? It is also found in some part of the Godavari and Krishna river valley also, which cover the Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu part also, right? So this is the black soil. So my dear student, first of all, let's think about this black soil. This black soil, it is having the high concentration of the fine particles. It is having the high concentration of the fine particles, and it has a great capacity to hold the moisture also. It has a great capacity to hold moisture also. That's why after the first shower, it is difficult to till the particular land. मीन्स इस सोयल के अंदर मॉइस्चर को ग्रहण करने की क्षमता ज्यादा होती है. यही कारण है कि फर्स्ट शावर के बाद, पहली बारिश के बाद इसके अंदर आप कह सकते हो हल चलाना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है. Reason is that because it has the highest capacity, you can say that to hold the moisture, and it has a sticky nature also. This is the basic reason, right? If we think about the minerals content, it has calcium carbonate, potassium, magnesium, and lime. But this soil is very poor in the phosphoric content also. The phosphoric content, it is very poor in this soil. And this soil, it is very, you can say, beneficial for the growing of the cotton cultivation. Most of the cotton growing area, it is, you can say that is a black soil also. Right, friends? So this is the black soil, which is also known about the Reger soil also. And this soil, it is best for the cotton, for the cultivation of the cotton. And this soil is found in the Deccan Plateau of India. Means you can say that Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, and Gujarat, and some part of the Madhya Pradesh. But it is having also some part in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu also. This soil has calcium carbonate, potassium, manganese, and lime, but it is lack of phosphoric content. This is the most important thing. We have to discuss this thing. Now, this is India, and this is the part where black soil is found. This is the part of the black soil where it is found, because some part it has been taken Maharashtra, Gujarat, and you can say Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh also. And you can see also that some particles are found in Karnataka also, Tamil Nadu also. You can see it also. Right, friends? So these are those areas where this type of soil is found. Right? Now, next kind of the soil, it is red and yellow soil. This is also most important soil, and this red soil, it is derived from the weathering of the igneous rock and metamorphic rock. But this type of soil, it is found in the low rainfall area. Student, you will be very confused regarding this soil also. So see it very carefully. That's this red and yellow soil. This is, you can say that this soil is formed from the weathering of the igneous and metamorphic rock, but black soil, it is due to just only weathering of the igneous rock. And this type of soil, it is found in the lower rainfall areas. Dear student, because it has high iron content, that's why it is having red color. It is having high iron content, that's why it is having red color. Right, students? And if you think about dehydrated form, the soil which is dehydrated means which has the lower content of the water, that is called yellow soil. That is called yellow soil. जिसके अंदर आयरन कंटेंट की मात्रा होती है वो रेड कलर वाली सोइल होती है, और जिस सोइल के अंदर से आपका वाटर डिहाइड्रेट हो जाता है तो उसके अंदर उस सोइल का कलर येलो कलर हो जाता है. Right, students? So this red and yellow soil, these are found in the Odisha, Chhattisgarh, and some part of Ganga plain also, and Western Ghat also. Right, friends? And most of the soil, it is also found in the southern and eastern part of the peninsular plateau. Means black soil का जो eastern part या southern part है ना, वहां पर मिलता है. You can see it in the map also. This is the you can say this is the red and yellow soil. This part is the red and yellow soil. Right, friends? Hope so this thing is clear. Now the laterite soil, most important soil. Laterite soil. This laterite word has been taken from the Latin word which is later, which means brick. This is the 1 marks most important question from laterite word. It is taken from which language and what does it mean? So this laterite word, it has been taken from the Latin word later, which means brick, right? The laterite soil, it is widely spread area with having high temperature and high rainfall area. Now red and yellow soil के बारे में हमने क्या पढ़ा था? Low rainfall areas के अंदर. But this laterite soil, it is found in those areas where having high temperature and heavy rainfall also. Right, friends? Now, dear student, because this area is having heavy rainfall, so this, due to this thing, there is a water erosion. There is a water erosion, and this water erosion, it is considered the leaching process. And this leaching process, due to this thing, many of the microorganisms, it has been killed during this process. So that's why this soil is found in that particular area. इस सोइल के अंदर क्या होता है? हाई टेम्परेचर होता है और हैवी रेनफॉल होने की वजह से लीचिंग प्रोसेस होती है. और लीचिंग क्या करती है? इट रिमूव द टॉप मोस्ट लेयर ऑफ द सोइल. सो दैट्स व्हाई माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म they are killed during this process. That's why it has you can say less poor quality of the fertility. Okay, the soil mostly found in the Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, and some hilly areas of the Odisha and Assam. Right? Because there is a intensive leaching. So due to the intensive leaching, the laterite soil generally lack of fertility, and it is having low value of the crop production also. But whenever we mix manure, means we will use pesticide and insecticide, and we will use some irrigation, then the soil can be used for the plantation crops. Plantation crop, it means that tea, coffee, rubber, and coconut we can grow in these areas. Right, friends? So leaching, first let's discuss about what is leaching. Leaching is a process in which heavy rain washes away the fertile part of the soil. This is called leaching. Right, friends? And this is done in the, you can say, heavy rainfall area. That's why laterite soil is found in the high temperature and heavy rainfall area. Right? So dear student, hope so everything is clear to all of you. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.